Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to Ole Walls House! Let's get fucking listening, baby! Yes! Ooh, welcome to Ole Walls House. It's me. It's your man. It's your main man. It's Ole Walls. I'm back again, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 80. 80. 80 episodes. And 2 bonus episodes out there, too, by the way. And a live show. So, 80 episodes of the pod proper and then 3 extras out there. So, look how lucky you guys are. Episode 80, Ole Walls House. Just starting out. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all you. I know I say this all the time, but thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. As always, big thank you to producer Kevin for keeping this thing rolling. And before we get into anything else, doing that housekeeping. You guys know how it works. If you could, please rate, review, comment, subscribe, and share. Tell somebody about Ole Walls House. Just let them know. Let them know to come check it out. Fun show coming. Talking Cleveland Guardians. Some golf. British Open next week. Scottish Open just finished this week. And then I got a big passing thoughts coming your way this week, guys. So, but before we get into that, you guys heard about Liquid IV? I know I like Liquid IV. I've added it, like for dead ass. I've added it into almost my daily routine. Category winning hydration brand, fueling your well-being, and is the hydration multiplier. Is this one product you're missing from your daily routine? In one stick, that's all you need. 5 essential vitamins, 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning before a workout. If you're feeling run down after a long night out, maybe if you got a long flight. Hey, I was feeling a little run down today. Been getting up early. Roommate's out of town. Playing golf early, getting up earlier to walk the dog. Having a couple beverages at night. Popped the Liquid IV in my water. I'm back. I'm ready. I'm rip roaring. You know what I love most? Convenience. I just rip open the package, drop it in my water, and I'm good to go. All sorts of flavors. I'm a Concord grape guy, but guava, passion fruit, strawberry, watermelon, tropical punch, pina colada, lemon lime, and then there are 2 new flavors: strawberry lemonade and sea berry. Again, 1 stick in 16 ounces of water. I actually do it in a little more, just to kind of dilute the saltiness, but you can do it as little as 16. 12 flavors. I just named off a bunch. 5 essential vitamins: B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. Non-GMO, free from gluten, dairy, and soy. And they are believers that water is an important thing for everybody to have, and they believe in equitable access to it. So here's what you do. In the show notes, there is a link, and there is a promo code, OWH. That's O for Ole, W for Walls, H for House. OWH with the link gets you 20% off your order. You can go to liquidiv.com and use promo code OWH, or go to the link listed below. Liquid IV. Go get you some. Let's get to the show. Well, color me fucking disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. The Cleveland Guardians, man, just get swept by the Texas Rangers. Now, granted, I know the Texas Rangers are a very, very good baseball team. But this was one of the most disappointing series I've watched this year. And especially because it felt like there was some momentum that had been brewing. Come right into the All-Star game, and then we come out of and get swept and have now lost 4 straight, which is the first time all year this has happened. So, yeah, that was a tough one. I mean, there were some very good moments in this series. Friday, both the Naylor brothers go deep. One of the few times 2 brothers have ever both hit home runs in the same game. I think they actually both even had a hit in the same inning. Go up 4-0. 4-0. Savali gives us 5 innings, only allows 2 runs, and then the fucking wheels come off. Absolute fucking disaster after he comes out. they give up. So he comes out in the 5th. They give up 1 in the 6th. 4-3. No big deal. 5 in the 7th. 4 in the 8th. 12-4 loss. Okay. Moving on. The next day, Gavin Williams, another young, good-looking pitching prospect. What's he give us? He gives us 5, 2 runs. We don't score a fucking single run on 8 hits. 8 hits. Good God. I think there was a hit in every inning on the Friday game. I mean, you only give up 2. Oofta. And then today. Today takes the fucking cake. Stephen Kwan, my man. Love me some Stephen Kwan. He comes out, leadoff home run. Doesn't get much better than that. Well, we give up a leadoff home run right back. So, that was a thing. But Tanner Bybee goes 6, only gives up, again, 2 runs. So there's the theme. The starters only give up 2 runs each game. The starters only give up 6 the entire series to a very, very good lineup from Texas. He comes out of the game. It's 3-2. Was it 3-2 when he came out today? Yes, because we scored 2 more in the second. There was nothing else. And then in the top of the 8th, David Fry goes deep. Put us up 3, 5-2. Before we get to the complete fucking collapse, I should mention, Stephen Kwan had himself a day. Home run, double, 2 singles. Was just a triple shy of the cycle. What a day by Stephen Kwan. Now, like I said, Fry goes deep. 2-run homer. It's 5-3 going into the 8th. Just get this shit to Class A. But the 8th inning again. I don't know if I'm just remembering this for no reason, but it feels like the 8th inning has been the undoing of a lot of games this year. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe it's just been a couple recently and it's just recency bias. But it feels bad. Like, it feels like this just keeps happening. And it's frustrating. Trevor Steffen comes in and gives up 4 runs. Just only gets 1 out. 0.1 in, a third of an inning pitch, 0.1 on the thing as I'm right here. 2 walks, 3 hits, gives up 4 earned. Like, you just can't have that, man. Like, you got to come in and just, I don't know, just get her home somehow, some way. So, I mean, like I said, we're 500 and we were in the lead of the division going into the All-Star break. Now we're 3 games below and we're 2 games back after 1 fucking series. Like, it felt like there was a forward momentum. Now it does not feel that way. Now, I mean, oof does. Guys. Not to mention Bieber's on the DL. He's having some issues with an elbow. Just the 15-day or so, the X-ray and MRI must have came back decent. So, looking forward, not the worst week, but it's not a cakewalk. Got 3 games in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh isn't a great team, like 10 games under 500, but you're away. I don't know if they've announced starters yet as I'm doing this Sunday evening. Let me look. What do we got going? Xavier Curry? Not super familiar with him. He's 3-0 this year. He's been a reliever for most of the year. Oh, yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, it will be his first start this year. Yeah, it looks that way. Most innings he's pitched is 3 innings. Wonder if they're going to bullpen this game. And then going up against Q Priester, who is 0-0. Yeah, I mean, you look at it's like just him swiping around on the score app here. You look at who's on the DL for the Indians. Or, damn, I was just talking that I was doing a good job with us. You look who's on the DL for the Guardians. Trevor McKenzie, 60-day IL. Cal Quantrill, 15-day IL. And Shane Bieber, 15-day IL. I mean, those are the top three pitchers on the staff. Not good. Not good. So, a winnable series against the Pirates. It's in Pittsburgh, but, it's winnable. And then hosting the Phillies, who have been playing some good ball. I don't know what they've done coming out of the break. Let's take a look at them real quick. 6-4 in their last 10, have won 2 in a row. So, we'll see where that is. But hosting that over the weekend, we'll be playing tomorrow, Monday, by the time the pod comes out the day before. So, yeah. So, gotta get back on and win it. See if we can win a couple series. Get a little 4-2 week. Don't want to be losing series again. It'll be tough. Get through this week. Hell, even if you can go 3-3, you got some winnable games the following week. You've got a homestand against the Royals, and then you've got a 4-game set against the White Sox. Like, those are two teams you kind of got to beat up on. The White Sox have been really struggling of late. We struggled with them last time we played them, but that's a winnable. Those are very winnable games. I mean, those are 7 games that you're looking at thinking 5-2. So get through this week, try and win the series in Pittsburgh, and then see if you can bring some momentum coming home. It seems like there's been something to the bats lately. I mean, there were 4 home runs this series against the Rangers. I can't tell you the last time I watched 3 games and saw 4 home runs. So that feels like, outside of Jose when he had 3 in the one game, that feels like a step in the right direction. It really does. It really does. Baseball wide note here. Let me find it. We mentioned last week when I was talking to Ethan, the rule changes. So, the idea of games shorter, more action. Viewership and attendance are up. And this is a good one for baseball. MLB says the median age of ticket buyers has dropped from 49 in 2019 to 43 today. So that's a good metric. That's always one of the things is when your sport starts to get old and other people aren't, younger kids aren't watching it or going to games and then, bringing the next generation in. So to see the median age drop 6 years is a really good thing. And I'll say it again. The pitch clock was what brought me back to baseball to check it out. It's what's kept me around. I love the pace at what they go. I think it's been phenomenal. I think it was perfect. I will say maybe give it a couple extra seconds for the playoffs. That's my only thing. I've moved away from we don't need it in the playoffs. If it's 15, bump it up to 20, 25 even. Like a little extra time. Part of the intrigue of the playoffs. Sorry, I'm scratching something on my screen as I'm knocking it around there. Part of the intrigue of the playoffs is like the moment building, the suspense and things like that. So I'm very okay if they, expand it a little bit for the playoffs. So, well, I think that's all for the Guardians this week. Important week coming up, I think, kind of moving towards those dog days of summer as August kind of rolls around. Gotta get some wins. A lot of games with the White Sox left, it looks like. I know there's still a bunch with the Royals coming out here. Some series with the Twins. That gets us kind of early September. So, gotta have a good week here. Got to do some work on the Pennsylvania teams and take advantage of a not so great Pittsburgh team and then a homestand against Philly. So, go Guards. Rory McIlroy is a winner on the PGA Tour. He wins the Scottish Open this week. A little preview for the British next week. Battles through a little bit of a rough day this morning and picks up his 24th win on tour. 24th. There were some hitters up there, man. If you look at the leaderboard, so Rory goes 64, 66, 67, 68. You're looking at the leaderboard. You got Rory, you got Rob McIntyre, Ben Hahn, David Lingmerth, but then you got, your Scotty Scheffler, JT Poston, who's been playing some pretty good golf. Tyrrell Hatton was making a run today. He had gotten all the way up to the lead. I didn't watch any. I was just kind of scoreboard watching because I was playing golf this morning. But it did not look good for Rory when I first looked at it. What happened to Hatton coming in? Yeah, he makes the turn in 4 under. Had gotten it all the way to like 12. Was it 12 or 13? Oofta. And then makes a bogey on a par 5. What happened there? Shot 1, 358 to right rough. 219 to hole, 140 yards to right fairway, 79 to hole. 44 yards to left fairway, 44 yards to hole, 49 yards to green. So he missed a shot from, what did he do? Just lay the fucking sod over one? He had 79 yards and he had 44 yards to the fairway and still had 44 yards to the hole. Sounds like he just chunked the shit out of it. So he makes a bogey there. My man comes back and goes birdie and is at 5 under. That's actually probably when I actually saw it. And then oofta, not a great finish. Yeah, he got to 13. He got it to 13 and was in the lead. Then makes a bogey on 13. That's a 3-whammer. Bogeys another. Oh man, 2 bogeys on the par 5s on the back 9. Not great. He 244 yards to left fairway bunker. Had to chip out. Still had 230. Yeah. That's a tough one. Hit it to 5 feet and then, 5.8, 5.5, and then missed it. So, and then makes a double on 18. What happened there? On 3 and 3 whams. At that point, he probably knew what was going on. Yeah. So he was up there. Tommy Fleetwood, Tom Kim. Tom Kim had a rough day. I think the wind was up today. Again, I didn't watch any of this because there's some big numbers. Brian Harmon, who was up there, 4 over. Max Homa, who finishes T12 with Shane Lowry. They go +2, +3. Ryan Fox, my pick this week. In my fantasy, I didn't actually pick him to win. I just didn't have that many guys. Sam Burns was around. Again, that's a 1 over. So, yeah, there was Scotty Scheffler, even. I think he moved up the leaderboard. Bob McIntyre, 6 under, some playing. But yeah, back to Rory. So Rory goes out in 2 over and then comes in 4 under. Almost the exact opposite of Tyrrell here. Let's look at Rory's scorecard. Just kind of take a peek at this. Yeah, turns in 37, made 4 bogeys and 2 birdies on the front. I woke up, I see him 2 over, so he's back to 11. I see Hatton at 13. I'm just thinking to myself, well, fucking Rory. Rory's been struggling on Sundays, and it's doing the same thing. And I literally get back from playing golf. I look at it, and Rory's won, and I'm like, holy shit, he figured it out. Yeah, birdies on 11, 14, and then 17 and 18 when Big Bob, I think who was out ahead of him a little bit, had really got it going. He made a couple birdies out front, an eagle on 10, a couple more birdies on 14 and 15, makes a bogey on 16. So that's another bogey on 16, the par 5. He made birdie on 18. So, yeah, birdie finish for Rory. That's going to get the Rory hype train going. Coach Solano texted us in the group chat to let us know that he did mention that Rory was going to win between the U.S. Open and the British Open and get the hype train going. So yeah, the hype train's back. It's back. This is Rory's tournament again. He's the betting favorite, +550. Scotty's at 750, Rahm at 900, and Koepka at 14. I mean, those are your dudes in golf right now. Some other guys, just odds wise, to keep an eye on. Your top hitters are Cam Smith at 1,500, Xander Schauffele at 2,000, Victor Hovland 2,000, Spieth 2,000, Cantlay 2,500, Wyndham Clark, your U.S. Open champion, he's at 3,500, and then Tom Kim is at 5,000. So just a couple of people, keep an eye on. It looks like Hatton was taking a look at my shirt today. Drive, punch out, approach, chip, putt, net 5, baby. He doesn't get those pops though. So yeah, Holy Lake, Royal Liverpool, They're the same thing. I used to get so fucking confused when people would be calling it Holy Lake. I'm like, it's Holy Lake one time, and then it's Royal Liverpool the next. So yeah, Rory, just to add to the Rory hype train, he won here last time the tournament was played here in 2000. He ended up winning by 2, but it was never actually that close. He led by 6 over Ricky Fowler to start the day, and Sergio Garcia, he led by 7 to start the day. Expanded his lead to 7 over both after the first hole, and he didn't play great. He made a couple of bogeys out front and a bogey on the back. The closest it ever got was like in play. It finished at 2 because both Ricky and Sergio birdied 18. So, I mean, at one point, yeah, no, it was never, the 2 was the closest it ever was. I'm just looking through here. Oh, I take that back. Sergio at one point got it to 14 after the 10th hole, held it at 14 for a while until the 15th where he made a bogey and fell back to 13. Rory bogeyed the 13th, and it was down to 2. But like I said, it would have been, by the time Rory bogeys the 13th, Sergio's probably on the 14th through the 14th. He bogeys 15 almost immediately, probably. It probably felt like, oh shit, this is going to get close, and then bam, bogey, and it's a 3-shotter. And then it was, like I said, Rory, Ricky and Sergio both birdie 18. Rory pars it. At that point, he knows what's happening. It was never, I remember watching that and being kind of bored because I was like, somebody's got to really blaze one. I mean, Sergio kind of did. I mean, 66 and a 67 from Ricky. This was Ricky's top 5 in all the majors, where he wasn't really in any of them that year in 2014, but compiled some nice Wikipedia stats. So it was never as close as it looked. So he really ran away with that one too. I mean, when he made the turn, he got it back to 17. I believe he started the day at 16. Yes. So, yeah. So, I mean, is it going to happen for Rory? That's like the big question. Like, what's going on here? Like, is he going to get over the Sunday shit? Does this Scottish Open win? Birdie on 17 and 18. Does that help get his, like, mojo back a little bit? Like, are we going to figure this shit out? Like, you're going to reestablish yourself? Like, you've been one of the top 3 players in the world for how long now? Like, you've been playing good golf, at least since the pandemic. I can't remember when it's like, he was struggling there for a bit. But, like, he's back. Like, I think he even won the FedEx Cup in 2019. Like, you got to start winning these, dude. Like, you haven't won them. If you don't win a major this year, it'll be 10 years since you last won a major. Not technically, but, he'll be in 2024, and the last time he won a major was 2014 at Holy. No, he won the PGA later that month, or later that year, in the next month. Great PGA, the 2014 PGA at Valhalla. People shit on that place, but that place produces fucking great golf tournaments. Speaking of golf course, Holy Lake, don't know. Like every other one of the fucking courses in the British Open, there's no trees. If it's windy, the scores will go up. If it's not, the scores won't. There's some bunkers somewhere. The greens are big. You're going to putt it from a lot of places. The old Texas wedge. My man JD and my invite partner Troy, they'd fucking love it. Texas wedging it all over the place. But yeah, who fucking, the course. Oh, this is one of the great golf course architecture. It's a fucking straight hole with some bunkers tossed out there. I could fucking make that on PGA Tour, like Tiger Woods. Like, I could create that. Oh, but the green, that's just where the fucking sheep are walking a little bit more. If you can tell, I'm not like a huge fan of like, oh, the British Open is playing on these incredible golf. Fuck off. Yeah, they're so great. St. Andrews gets fucking blitzed every year. The road hole. Oh, you have to hit it over a fucking hotel. Fuck out of here. That's probably my cue that I'm just rambling about the road hole now. Like, maybe we should just move on from the golf. Let's head on to the next thing here. Well, what do you guys say? Why don't we do some passing thoughts? So first off, we're going to toss a couple of fighting things into passing thoughts. First, I am getting Super excited for the fights on July 29th. We got Spence Crawford, the undisputed welterweight titles going to happen. Spence has 3 belts. Crawford has 1. I'm so excited. We'll talk more about this probably next week again. But super, super pumped for that. And they just added Nonito Donaire to the undercard, which is going to be fucking incredible. There's going to be like a decent fight on a fucking boxing undercard. Like, that is fucking absurd. Like, just absolutely great that we actually get a decent undercard, like at least one fight on it. Because I think, is it Jesus Ramos versus Sergio Garcia was supposed to happen? I think that's what came off. Let me see if I can find this. I mean, have fucking less. Like, I can just type UFC. Oh, fucking Christ. Of course, it's only $85 fucking dollars. You fucking assholes. Yeah, that's the one. So, Nonito Donaire, Alexandro Santiago, for the vacant WBC Bantamweight Championship. Bantamweight, is that 118? I think it's 118. Yep, 118 is the top of that. Cool. So yeah, and then Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera. Yeah, don't care about that one. So 2 good fights. 2 fights mentioned. Nonito Donaire is awesome, and then Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. I'm on record right now. Terrence Crawford is my pick to win. So there's that. UFC, Holly Holm lost this week. The rest of the UFC card just doesn't do anything for me. Whatever the card is this weekend, Tom Aspinall versus Marcin Tybura. Nothing. But yeah, 291. There's some good ones on there. Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Jan and Alex Pereira, Paulo Costa, Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green, Kevin Holland's on the card as well. So July 29th is going to be a fun night if you like fights. UFC 291, Spence Crawford, the probably the best fight we've had in boxing, and I mean, probably dating back. I mean, yeah, you gotta say Fury Wilder, like especially 2, like that was a hyped up fight after the first one. So that's a big fight. I mean, this is the best pure boxing fight. I mean, this is a fight people have wanted for like 5 years. I mean, almost as soon, maybe 4 years, 5 years, almost as soon as Terrence Crawford went up to welterweight. People were eyeing this one up. So, moving on, non-fight related things, more of a true passing thoughts here. Somehow, some way, they can't figure out where the coat came from in the White House. Just can't figure it out. It's a mystery. CNN, this was on 7/13, so a few days ago. Just in, the Secret Service ends its investigation into a bag of cocaine found at the White House without finding a suspect. Sources say. I'm sure there's no fucking cameras. No one had to walk through there. No eyewitnesses, of course. Like, you're telling me every part of the White House doesn't have a fucking camera? Hey, maybe it doesn't. I'm talking myself through this here. Reacting kind of, I kind of held my thoughts. Maybe they don't have cameras everywhere because they don't want shit seen. But I fucking don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. You would think somebody had to come in and like someone went into a room and that's where it was. Like, you couldn't like just look back through and be like, hey, these 25 people went through that room. And then you go, hunt for them again. Go hunt for where the cocaine came from. If you put on a little hunt, find some hunters and go looking for the cocaine. I don't know. I don't buy it, man. I don't buy that they don't know. But, our government, they never lie. They're truthful. Truthful till the end. Real stand-up people, the fucking federal government of the United States. Through all presidencies, just really keeping us on the straight and narrow, never telling us a lie. Truthful, never making anything up. No false flags, no lost accounting of billions of dollars all the time. Just truthful, great people doing what's best for the American people. That's what our United States government does. You know who does what's best for the goddamn American people is McDonald's. Actually, no, they're fucking... McDonald's is far from what's best for the American people. As a man who enjoys himself some fucking McDonald's, not the best for the American people, but it is fucking tasty. You're going to tell me you're going to get a Big Mac and I'll be like, fucking McChicken? What is it about McChickens? Why are McChickens so good? I don't know, but they are. I was blown away by this. I knew Burger King sold a lot of food. Worldwide, they sell 2.36 billion hamburgers each year. 2.63 billion. What's the world population right now? World population. The world population in 2021 was just under 8 billion, 7.88 billion. So just call it 8. What's the math? I can't do that. 8 divided by 2.36. Other way around. 2.36 divided by 8. Roughly 30% of the world, if everyone got one, roughly 30% of the world will get a fucking McDonald's hamburger. Obviously, there's some fellas getting more than one. I don't know if does the McChicken count? Is that the burger? Is that a burger? Because I knock out a couple. I had 2 on the road last week. I was driving, long car trip. McDonald's are placed fucking nicely. You're in and out too. Like they're in gas stations now a lot. Like is it Love's? I think they're in Love's. Get your gas, go take a piss, and then you're out of there. You can come out with a couple McChickens, some fucking McDonald's fries. There ain't nothing wrong with that, baby, except for your midsection. Speaking of taking a piss, so I take my dog swimming. Roommate's out of town. Bachelor weekend, which is fantastic for God, this is disgusting. I'm going to say this. I enjoy spending time with my wife. And I like having a bachelor weekend for 2 days. But then when she's gone longer than that, I'm like, okay, she could get home. I'm getting fucking bored. There's only so much beer I can drink and video games I can play without it kind of getting a little redundant. She should just give me that option a little more often while she's here. Just be present and just allow me to do my thing. But yeah, so I take the dog swimming, just me, and I'm wearing a fanny pack. We got a fanny pack when you walk the dog. You got all your supplies, your treats, your poop bags, some hand wipes, some Clorox wipes, but you're your hand style ones. So dog's in the water. I'm whipping tennis balls out into the water for him. And all of a sudden I'm my crotch, right around my dick is feeling wet. I'm what the fuck is going on? I'm did I piss my pants? I'm this is weird. The dog, every time he comes out of the water, he shakes, the water just goes flying. I'm did he just shake a bunch of water on me? But I'm I feel it in my underwear, through the shorts. I'm what the fuck is going on? I legit have the feeling that I have pissed my pants. It feels like there is a puddle around my crotch all over. I'm and there were other people there. So I was trying to keep my dog away from bothering them and trying to eat their fucking food, which he almost got some dude sandwich. Some dude was oh, hey buddy. And had his hand down with his sandwich, right in front of his face. I was fuck, get out of here, Boomer. And trying to shove him out of there. But, so I'm maybe I've been running around. Did I accident? I'm legit wondering, have I accidentally pissed my pants? And I didn't realize what I did. And now I'm fucking really thinking about it. So I get back to the car. I've kind of swung a door open as I'm trying to dry him off. And I reached down and touched it. I'm it smells fucking, it smells like cleaning material, cleaning stuff. In my pants. It's does my piss smell like Clorox? Is what I'm thinking to myself. And finally I take off my fanny pack, which is sitting right here, of course, right in the crotch. And I'm going to get a treat out for him. and I feel that the whole bag is soaked. At some point in all my moving, I had opened like the package of Clorox like hand wipes, and it had like seeped out like into my pants, and just because it was sitting right above my dick, like it was all covered. I have never been so relieved in my life. I was like, holy shit. Like, there was a point where I was like, oh my God, I accidentally pissed myself and didn't realize what I was doing. Like, what am I, fucking 80? Like, do I have a goddamn problem? I've never been more relieved in my entire life as when I found out that the Clorox wipes had leaked all over myself. I did have to come home and change my underpants, and when I took them off, I mean, there is just like a circle right around, like right in like the flap of your underwear where you can put your dick out. Just completely fucking soaked, just covered in Clorox. I thought I was covered in piss. There was a moment in time, and I'm looking down. Like, I realized it around people. I'm like looking down at myself. I'm like, holy shit. Like, do I have like a big fucking like spot like on my, like, like, am I looking like Billy Madison? If pee in your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Like, do I have like a huge fucking water spot right on my crotch? And people are going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a 30-some-year-old man and you're pissing yourself out in public at a state park? Thankfully, it didn't really show. Whatever the shorts I was wearing just kind of blended in. Yeah, I did not piss myself. I want that to be the main takeaway. I did not piss myself. So, yeah. Where to next? God, I've got some good shit going. Let's just do this quick note. Actors are on strike now as well. Along with the writer's strike, there's now an actor's strike. So apparently all TV and movie is shut down. I need to talk to producer Kevy more about this. He's he works in TV. So he filled me in a little bit on the writer's strike. I should probably talk to him more. Probably should talk to him more about it before this. Yeah. So actors are on strike too. So no, I don't think ain't much going on. New TV and movies coming up. So cherish what you got. Speaking of TV and movies, cannot wait to go see Mission Impossible. Like I said, roommate's gone. When she gets back, we're going this week. I hope so. Hopefully, I'll have some stuff to let you know about that next week. Yeah. So that should be fun. What else? Oh, the first drink. I just put it. This is a quick note. When you're really thirsty, you've been out in the heat. It's been a hot day. You've been out and about it. You take that first drink of cold ice water, and you're like, oh, there is something about like the first drink of cold ice water. It just really slaps. It hits different. It just really hits it. It's like the first beer. Like when you get to vacation, you get to the beach, you get off work, like just the first when you're just really thirsty and you're like, oh, I could really go for a nice cold ice water. Just chug it down. It's the best. Speaking more about people who aren't the best, the wonderful, was it the Senate or the House? The PGA Tour had a fucking hearing, and whether it was the Senate or the House, it was led by Richard Blumenthal. You can look up his fucking service record for the United States military. A fucking piece of shit. Use more fucking hair dye too, by the way. Him and Ron Johnson, just two stellar fucking humans, led a hearing about the PGA Tour and the PIF and LIV and all that shit. Like that's what our fucking elected representatives are doing. We're looking into a fucking golf league. Are you kidding me? Like, for real? This is what we do with the fucking taxpayers' money. My money goes to these fucking assholes. Fucking Josh Haley jumping in there. PGA Tour, China. It's not even fucking about China. PGA Tour China, I don't think has existed in like 4 years. Talk about fucking ass clowns. Josh Hawley is an ass clown. Who's a bigger ass clown? Richard Blumenthal or Josh Hawley? That's a fucking tough one. Those are just absolute shit stains of people. What else? I know what I'm ending with here. I'm just going through my list of things. Let's swing by this. Northwestern fired Pat Fitzgerald. Some hazing was going on. There was a Shrek list, some clapping above heads. People were just getting dry humped left and right. You know, some dick slaps in the shower. So interesting. They didn't fire anybody else on the staff. Pat Fitzgerald knew, but apparently no one else on the staff knew. Darren Ravel, Northwestern grad, noted douchebag. Speaking of douchebags that we've been talking about in this stretch here of passing thoughts, we need to give it time. If that had been any school other than Northwestern, fucking Rovell would have been leading the fucking charge to fire someone as fast as humanly possible. But it was his fucking school, so he's like, oh, we need to settle down. We need to fucking settle. Fuck off, Rovell. Oh, here was one. So before the roommate leaves, she gets this fucking idea. We've got and we probably should have done this fucking a long time ago. We've lived in this house for 3 years now. Has it been 3 fucking years? Yeah, it's been 3 years. All 21. Jesus Christ. So there were some holes in the walls, from other when pictures and stuff were hanging. The people before us had a lot of things hanging on the walls. We don't have that much. So there's some screw braces were exposed, and we just kind of never really got around doing it. She's like, we're doing it right now. And so we're going to do the hallway. We had paint from the entryway that's labeled in the basement. And we get the entryway done, and she's like, I'm just moving right down the rest of the hallway. It's the same color. And as soon as we get down there and put new paint on it, it is not even fucking close to the same color. And we painted it the complete wrong thing. So then we're out trying to fucking find replacement paint, to cover it up. You can fucking imagine how that's gone. So we're still, the search continues on how to totally fix it. We've got it kind of covered up for the most part. But the wild thing is, if you walk in our front door, if you look to the left, there's an accent wall. If you look to your right, there's one color, down a little entryway hallway. If you get to the kitchen, which is just past the entryway hallway, it's another color. If you would have turned left down the hallway to the bedrooms, that's another color. You've gone 6 steps and you've encountered 4 different colors of paint, as well as 3 different types of flooring. And if you would come in through the mudroom, that's a whole nother paint color, as well as a whole nother flooring. So the people we bought this house from just apparently love to fucking paint shit random ass colors and put goddamn new floors in everywhere. Or the floors could be all original. So when someone crafted up this fucking house, they're like, we're going to have one floor for here in the entryway. We're going to have one floor in the kitchen, one floor in the living room that will match the carpet in the hallways down to the bedroom. And then we're going to have a floor over in the mudroom that's going to be totally different than everything. Not even remotely. We've got fake hardwood, carpet, a nice tile, and then a shitty linoleum. We couldn't have fucking meshed something together here and kind of tried to figure it out? Guess not. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to be out, if I haven't been outraged already. I've been seeing a lot of this floating around the internet. This last week or so, I think it's because Barbie's. No, she's not even in Barbie. Yeah, she is in Barbie. Who's in Barbie? Yeah, Margot Robbie's in Barbie, right? Yes, that's why this is floating around, right? The fucking screen is flashing at me. Oh, god damn it. Barbie movie, not fucking the Barbie doll. Yes, Margot Robbie is playing Barbie. I have seen a bunch of Margot Robbie's not hot stuff on Twitter. Margot Robbie's mid. Hard 7 at best. I saved a couple of pictures of the tweets. This one is incredible. She is a hard 7. You used to find a Margot Robbie in every Blockbuster video in 1995. Come again? Come again? And of course, it's always fucking the biggest fucking dweebs. This one dude. I'm not even going to talk about his appearance because I don't want to do that because these fucking assholes are doing it. But let's just say he probably hasn't gotten laid in fucking his entire life. And then in the comments, he's like, oh yeah, fucking chicks are hitting on me all the time. No, they're fucking not. Shut the fuck up. Like, are we really out here acting like Margot Robbie isn't fucking stunning? Like, one of the hottest women in the world? We're going to call her a hard 7 that was in every fucking blockbuster in 95? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I know Tawana never had a blockbuster, but you obviously weren't in that fucking... What was it? Video King? It was Video King for a while. It was something else eventually. Where ain't fucking Margot Robbie's running around? And if they were, it was fucking very infrequently. Fucking Margot Robbie's mid. Learn to fucking speak, Gen Z. God, fucking losers. I wish I could show the picture of this one fucking douchebag with its fucking... I'm going to stop. I'm not going to insult people based on their looks, because that's what I'm yelling about. You know what I am going to fucking insult, though? Amazon. Fuck you, Amazon. Amazon Fire TV, fuck you. Amazon support, fuck you. Amazon customer service, fuck you. You guys stink. I have an actual Amazon Fire TV, like it's built into the TV. And then I have 2 Fire Sticks. I have too many TVs in my house, is the main moral of the story. But one of my Fire Sticks stopped working like a month and a half after I got it. It has been working fine for like 3-4 months, like 4 months, 5 months. Like I got it end of January. It's about 4 or 5 months, about 5.5 months. Well, of late, the remote has stopped working. I've had to replace the batteries a lot. Just recently, it got to the point where you would basically get 1 day out of new batteries. Like you can operate the remote for 1 day, and it was a TV we don't use much. It's in the kitchen, so you only have it on if you're cooking, and then I will take it outside with me. So I just shoot Amazon a message like, hey, remote's not working. Would you be able to replace it? And, at the end of the day, it's not the biggest deal. Like, I can just buy a new remote. But, this is the second one I've already had. And, the remotes are probably, $20. But it's like, what, am I just supposed to buy a new fucking... Am I just supposed to drop $20 to Amazon every, 6 months because the remote just stops working? Actually, the remote really hasn't been working for, 3 or 4 months. So I'm like, hey, remote's not working. Are you guys able to replace this? Like, oh, the warranty has wore out. I'm like... Okay, cool. It's a fucking $20 remote. Again, it's not going to fucking break me, but maybe just have the common courtesy and be like, you know what? Our product's fucking defective and, it's just not working for you. So first off, I'm just trying the message thing. And I get fucking some dude named Pinky. Pinky's telling me your warranty is up. All right. Fuck off. So they're just giving me no help. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just call. I'll just ask somebody. And I start talking to him, and I'm calling him, I'm like, hey, this thing's just not working. It's a defective product. Is there something we can do? I'm like, and I lead, I'm like, hey, I'm aware this is out of warranty. Can you just send me a new one anyway? And then they start fucking copping attitudes. They're like, nope, you don't get it. I'm like, I do get it. I get it very much. Your thing says, can you fucking not give this? You can't give this to me. I'm like, is there something we can do? They're like, you just don't understand. You're just not listening. So then I get pissed. And then I've got a problem. I've got a fucking vendetta against these fucking assholes because I deal with people all the time. I know that you just I get pissed more at their style. You just don't tell me I don't get it. I'm wrong. When I'm leading with, I understand this is out of warranty. They're like, no, you just don't. Fuck off. Fuck off, Amazon. Fuck off, Pinky. And fuck off somebody else. So then I get a fucking email from these fucking douches. And they're like, you have been threatening us. You know what I said to them? They said, can I help? They said, can we help you with anything else? And would you like to give us a survey at the end? I'm like, I'll give you your survey right now. Your help's been worthless, and I doubt you can help me with anything else. So they sent me an email that said I was harassing and threatening them. I wasn't, you fucking losers. You're just not very good at your job. And you sell fucking pieces of shit. So I'm going Roku from now on. Fuck you, Amazon. I'm taking my $20 elsewhere. You can keep your $6 fucking billion every month that you make. Okay, let's go end this thing. Closing time, everybody. As always, just want to start, and start my ending by saying thank you to everybody. I appreciate everybody who comes, watches, listens, anybody who retweets, likes, comments, subscribe, shares, all that stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you so much. I say it all the time. I'm having so much fun doing this. Sometimes I'm like, shit, I got to go to the pod right now. And then I do it. I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is why I do it. So I hope you guys are having at least, half the fun that I have listening that I do doing it. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. As always, big thanks. Producer Kevin, you're the man. Thanks for keeping this thing going. We will be back next week. Might do a live show again on Sunday after the British Open. If you are interested and you're a listener and you got something to say about golf and you want to come chat, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, olewallshouse@gmail.com if you don't have my phone number. So if you want to join the live show, considering that after the British, but let me know. So definitely back next week. We'll be talking about the British. It'll either be a live show and then it will be added into the pod, or it'll just be the pod. A lot of fun stuff next week. We got that. We're going to preview Spence Crawford a little more in depth. A lot of good stuff coming. So once again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate all you. Till next week. Peace.